If you are thinking about buying a home in Massachusetts, you are in the right place. My name is Annie Oakman. I am a local real estate agent here in Massachusetts, and I also have my license in Connecticut as well. So if you are thinking about buying a home, this is your first time home buyer's guide to Massachusetts. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you are going to want to put together a team. Your team is going to consist of your real estate agent, your attorney, and your lender. So your real estate agent can, of course, suggest a lender and an attorney to you. So that is an option. You're going to want to sit down with your real estate agent and kind of go through what your needs and your thought process is, what you want in a home. And your lender is going to put together a pre-approval for you. They are going to go into your finances. They're going to ask for things like pulling your credit score. And when they do pull your credit score, you can talk to them if you're worried about having your credit score pulled. You could ask them to do a soft pull rather than a hard pull. So that's something to discuss with your lender. But they're going to want to pull your credit. They're going to want to see different documents like your W-2s, your tax returns, proof of employment, proof of income, and all of those kind of things. So you're going to have to fill out an application with your lender in order to get a pre-approval from them. The pre-approval is going to determine what your budget will be for the home that you're looking for. Could be 400,000, 500,000, 700,000, whatever it might be. So every first-time home buyer is going to have a different budget, of course. And your budget will differ too if you are buying it alone, single, or if you're buying it with a partner. And some people may be getting assistance from parents as well. There are options to get gifts if your parents are going to help you with your down payment, maybe, or a relative, a friend might be helping with those things. So there are a number of options to see how you can qualify for a loan, and your lender will be able to talk through those options with you. Another thing you're going to want to talk to your lender about is the different types of loans. So, of course, there is an FHA loan, which is a first-time home buyer loan, and those typically start with around 3.5% down payment, and that down payment is a percentage of the purchase price. So if you're buying a home for $400,000 and you have an FHA loan, your down payment would be 3.5% of $400,000. You could also do 5% down, 10% down, whatever it is that you're most comfortable with. You can get a conventional loan, and they have conventional loans that are at different percentages as well, typically starting 5 to 10% down payment. And you can do 20%, 25%, whatever it is that you're most comfortable with. There are also renovation loans. So if you are thinking that maybe you'll get a home that you would work on while you're living in it, that could be an option, which would be an FHA 203K loan. So that's a first-time home buyer renovation loan. And that would be for things such as, I believe there's two parts to it. So you can get a renovation loan for renovations that will be under $35,000 or for over $35,000. And there are two different loans. You're going to want to make sure that you are talking through the specifics and the interest rates and the fees that are associated with both. So if you are going to be buying a home that maybe needs a little bit of work, maybe it needs the floors refinished or carpets removed and replaced, things like that, maybe a bathroom update or a kitchen update, that could be an option as well. So there are certainly some loan options, and there are also first-time home buyer programs, down payment assistance programs. So that is something that your lender can also look into. There are grants and there are different loan options for that as well when you're a first-time home buyer. So it's important to speak with different lenders, see who has the best rates and fees, and see who would be the best fit for you as well, who's going to be able to help you find those programs that will work best for your situation. If you are a veteran, there are options for, of course, veterans loans, which have 0% down payment. If you are a school teacher or a first responder, sometimes there can be grants or loans dedicated to those as well. So different jobs might have different grants, and it's really important to talk through all of those things as well. If you're looking in a more rural area, you might have the option of a USDA loan, which also could have an option of 0% down. I, for example, had a client that bought North Brookfield and used the USDA loan. So there are a number of different loan options. You're going to want to talk through all of that and what the best option is for you with your lender. So if you have any questions, if you want to talk to a lender, definitely reach out to me. I have a number of different lender suggestions that I can send your way, and we can find who will be the best fit. But that's going to be the first step. So finding your lender and getting your pre-approval is step number one. Then you and I will sit down and we'll have a buyer consultation. We are going to go through your wants and your needs, what's most important, what areas you would like to be in, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, do you want a yard, a garage, If you're open to condos or townhouses, do you have any pets? That's important for condos and townhouses. And also for condos and townhouses, they have HOA fees, which is a homeowner association fee. Not all of them do, most of them do. So you're going to want to make sure that that homeowners association fee is also included when you speak with your lender, because that will end up going into your debt to income ratio. And that's something that factors into how much you can afford with your lender. So there's a number of different factors that we'll want to talk through, and we'll talk all of that through in our buyer consultation. You can ask me any questions at all that you might have. And once we get through that consultation and I have an idea of what it is that you're looking for, we can, and if you haven't gotten your pre-approval yet, I will give you referrals at that time. But once I've got the idea of what you're looking for and what your budget is, I can set you up on a search and you can be getting listings sent to you every single day. I can even send you listings every 15 minutes if you so choose. But every day is typically what I do for my clients, unless they're really like, I've got to move within a certain time frame, then I'll set them up with listings every 15 minutes. So anytime something within their criteria hits the market, basically they'll be sent it right away. So that's an option, but you'll get listings from me every single day. I will run through the listings myself personally and see if there are any homes that I see that match your criteria that I think would be a good fit. And then I'll individually send those ones to you as well. If you see any listings yourself that you're interested in, send them my way. I will look into it and we'll schedule a time to go see some houses. So that's kind of the first couple of steps. Once we get through that, we're going to do some home searching. Sometimes I have shown people like only one house and that's the home that they buy and we go for it and it ends up working out and that's great. And you only see one house. I have also shown people over 100 homes. So I've had a person that I showed over 100 homes to. They went to a number of open houses themselves as well. So they saw probably upwards of 150 homes. We were under contract on 3 different properties until we finally found the right one. And number 4 was the one that she ended up moving forward with. You just kind of never know what your home buying journey is going to look like. So you have to be emotionally and mentally prepared. It is a journey, and my job is to help you through this journey, get you through the journey with the knowledge that I have, the resources that I have, and just helping you through the whole process to make it smooth and easy and as fun and happy as possible. That's my goal. So we're going to home search. It could take a week. It could take 6 months. It could take a year or more. You just never know when you're going to find the right home for you. So be prepared for that. Once we're home searching, then you are going to probably start writing offers. So if you find a home that you really love, we will write an offer. I'm going to send you at that time my tips and tricks for the best ways to strengthen your offer, things that we can do to make your offer stronger and get the seller's attention. I'm currently making this video in November of 2024. We are still in a situation where some homes that are priced right are really still getting multiple offers. So we could be in a situation where competing with a couple of different offers, but you just never know. And in those situations, I will find out the information. Are there other offers on the table? Do they expect any other offers to come through? Or what the seller is looking for in an offer specifically. And those are ways that we're going to strengthen your offer as well by knowing that information. So I will get that information. I will help you make sure that we write the best possible offer, and I will submit that offer for you. And then once we get the information back, maybe they will accept the offer, maybe they will decline the offer, or maybe they will counter the offer. Say you offer $490,000 on a $500,000 home, they come back and they say, no, we definitely want 500. We can counter and say, let's do 495. Maybe we'll decide that that's the spot and you get the offer accepted. Once your offer is accepted, that is when we kind of start rolling into the next phase of things. So that is the first thing would be getting your home inspection done. You can do a home inspection if you have any concerns about lead. So lead is a concern for homes that are built in 1968 or before. You can certainly do a lead inspection. You can do a mold inspection. There are a number of different inspections that you can do. Typically, most buyers only do a home inspection, but you are open to do as many inspections as you would like. So the home inspector will tell you if they have any suspicions, if anything is nearing the end of its lifespan, whatever it may be. Once you have that home inspection, we'll sit down and we will review the home inspection. We'll point out the home inspector will usually flag anything that's a red flag, needs to be addressed immediate, safety concern, whatever that might be. We'll go through those items and then we'll go through the miscellaneous items as well. We can negotiate at that point, assuming that is something that we included in your offer. And once the negotiations are done, we could ask for money back from the seller. We could ask for closing cost credit, which I'll explain to you, or we could ask to decrease the price, or we could ask the seller to fix those items. So there's a couple of different options that we will talk through. Once we've negotiated that and we move on, we are going to be signing a purchase and sale document. The purchase and sale supersedes the contract to purchase, which is your offer. So the purchase and sale is kind of locking in the deal. That's what I usually say to people. It locks it in even further than your offer locked it in. The purchase and sale is saying, we've offered this, we've done our home inspection, we're moving forward, and it's still contingent on your financing. So the purchase and sale is going to have all of that important documentation in there, and you are going to review that with your attorney. Your attorney will draw that up, they'll review that with you, and then we'll get that signed. Once your purchase and sale is signed, your lender is going to have an appraisal ordered. Now, an appraisal is the bank's way of determining the value of the home. So your lender will have the appraisal ordered. The appraiser is going to meet with the seller's real estate agent at the home. They're going to walk through and they're going to determine what the value of the home is, and they'll send that report to your lender. If your lender has any questions, they're going to reach out. Say you settled on a price of $500,000 with the seller, and the appraisal comes back and it comes in at $490,000. Well, then we're going to be in a situation where we determine if the seller will come down in price, or if you have any cash that you can bring to the closing table to cover any of that difference. So again, that's something that we'll talk more in detail if it comes up, or we can talk more in detail at our consultation as well. So the appraisal happens, we get through the appraisal, and then once the appraisal is submitted, your lender is going to start a deep dive into your finances. So that's when they're going to really start asking for any documents that you have not yet submitted. They may be asking for updated payroll or updated pay statements, pay stubs, any tax information, returns, anything like that, any documentation, proof of employment, then they're going to have to do a hard credit pull as well. So they are going to really be doing a deep dive into your finances in order to get you your mortgage commitment. We usually get a mortgage commitment, which is your bank or your lenders guarantee that they will be financing this deal for you. We usually get that form or that letter 1 week before closing. Once we have that, they will then move on to give the clear to close, and then we hit the closing table. So it's all a really exciting process. It can be very stressful, which is why I'm here to help you through the process. Make sure you're educated, make sure you know what's happening each step of the way. And again, my goal is to make sure that you have a very happy and successful and smooth and fun transaction. Buying a home is one of the biggest investments you're going to make in your lifetime. It's an important one, and I want to make sure that you are happy with how it goes. Once we get to the closing table, just a reminder of what you're going to need to bring to the closing table. So throughout the transaction, you're going to have funds that you are required to start depositing. So typically you'll do your first earnest money deposit when your offer is accepted. That's usually $1,000. Now, if you can do more and try to strengthen your offer, that's one way to strengthen your offer, but typically it's $1,000 when your offer is accepted. Then you're going to have a second deposit due, which is typically 2 weeks after that offer accepted, and you're signing the purchase and sale. When you sign the purchase and sale, your second deposit is due, and that's usually 3 to 5% of the offer price. So your first deposit is due once your offer is accepted. Your second deposit is due 2 weeks after that. And then both of those deposits go to your down payment. So let's say your first deposit was $1,000, your second deposit was $5,000. Your total down payment, let's say, was $20,000. So at the closing table, you're going to be bringing the remainder of your down payment. So your $20,000 down payment minus your $5,000 deposit minus your $1,000 deposit. So you'll be bringing, oh my gosh, $14,000 to the closing table for your down payment. You're also going to need to bring your closing cost. So the closing costs can include title fees, title insurance, your attorney fees, and just other miscellaneous wire fees, things like that. Any of your lender fees, all of that's going to be included in your closing costs. So that is what you're going to be required to bring to the closing table as well. So that's some cash to bring, cash that you're going to have to hold on to. And again, there are ways to work through this. So down payment assistance programs and also asking the seller to cover some of your closing costs can be included in an offer as well. So there are ways, there are opportunities for people to buy homes and to try to make it as affordable as possible, because I know that this whole market has just been very stressful and unaffordable for so many. So my goal is to help you and to help you get through this process, and your lender's goal is going to be the same. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. All of my information is in the description. If you like what you're seeing, please don't hesitate to hit the like button and the subscribe button, and you'll be getting to see more content like this as well. Tell me what you think in the comments. I would love to know. And if you have any questions, would like to know more specific details, please reach out. I look forward to chatting with you.